And here we are, the sneaky Sneks. Version 2, I believe. Versus Tony's Tigers. Both of these teams were able to secure a win in week 1. So already a battle of the undefeateds early on in the season. Danny Boss tries to get it over to Pat. They're jockeying for position in midfield. Going the other way. Pat by himself, gonna take his time, pop it up. Sticks with it, beats one man, he's wide left. And Player James is going the other way. Player James has some room to work with here. And a light pop towards the net.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
¡Ojo a Cristiano! ¡Cristiano del área! ¡Sigue Cristiano! ¡Gol!
And Tony's Tigers are on the board, take the lead. It's a best of 5 tonight, regular season. Here's Pat setting himself off the wall. Player James will cut him off. Pat, of course, serving as the captain for the sneaky Sneks. There's a wide right shot. He might be able to touch it off the wall. But a great clear by Tony's Tigers. They're trying for another one. Give themselves some breathing room. That never happens. And Danny pings one in there. Player James was there, lined up between the posts, just couldn't react in time, and we are tied. Here's Danny to the wall, back to himself, tries to slide it over. A little too wide, never gets over to the wall. Drangan dribbling in, goes for the cross, and Pat sends it out to around midfield. Drangan's there again. It's gonna waterfall. Pat looks a little awkward, and he gets the touch needed. Drang was there trying to climb on top of him, trying to get the dunk. But we remain 1-1. And Vex already liking what he's seeing here early. Drang crossing off the corner, goes up to finish, and Pat
outstanding
with the fantastic save. Goal-saving touch, and Tony's Tigers got the Snakes on the ropes. Hold on. Solid half pinch, now crossing. Pat's up in the sky, puts his wheels on it. Gets the shot, nothing more. Danny sends it to the back wall. Gonna try to read the bounce here and sends one more shot on. Drang driving down. 50's up the corner, rolling out. And Pat has been very, very quick in the air. Seems to be the quickest on the field in that regard, but Player James finding opportunity.
Can I get a, oh yeah?
And Pat, we were just talking about his quickness to the air. He goes up, gets to the ball, tries to pass it to Danny. Danny either a little awkward or not looking for the pass. And Player James is able to take advantage. 2-1 now, Tony's Tigers. 2 minutes left. Drang driving around. Player James catching. Can't quite get to it. Has boost to work with. Gets a bump. And now the pass back. Drang is there. They get tied up once more at midfield. Danny looking for the clear. Rolls to Player James. There's a 50. Up to the ceiling. Danny trying to slide it over. And no go there. Tony's Tigers get a stay of execution. They have a 1-goal lead, looking to hang on to it. Drang driving down. Over him, back and forth, but it's on the blue side of the field. Snakes need to give themselves some room. Well, let's give credit to the Tigers here.
Yeah, but that backflip though.
Great job keeping pressure. Player James driving down the field, works off of the bump. Danny stops it, does the demo.
Well, he ain't getting any better.
And Drain finishes it up.
Would you look at that? Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
What a play. We were just, again, talking about Tony's Tigers and the pressure that they're able to mount against this sneaky Sneks team. Once they're on the blue side of the field, they really press. They really get in the face of the blue team. And that time, it benefited them to a goal. This is Drang driving down the field. Pat looks a little awkward. Gets bumped. Still crossing. Danny drives in. Makes a good touch out, but Sneks are needing 2 goals here in under 20 seconds. And they are having a hard time getting the ball outside of the blue end of the field. And that will be it. Tony's Tigers strike first, best of 5 series, so they'll need 2 more wins to put this one away and to advance to 2-0. So far, so good for them. Player James, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 shots. Nice, neat, clean, tidy. Our MVP will ready up here. I believe both teams have substitute players at their disposal. Not sure if they're available tonight. Looks like Vexy Lad is coming in. He was joining us in the chat. Thank you very much, Dilly, for the sub. Why am I here? Drang puts it up to the ceiling. Down, bouncing around in the snow. Snow's still falling here. Players looking to make some fresh tracks. Player James gets up quick, can't get a hold of it. Anybody's ball. Here's Danny. Vexy Lad goes for a bump. Danny keeping it going. What a play. What a play, and that is what Vexy Lad is going to bring to the table, I believe. And if you're just joining us,
Get him a body bag! Yeah!
the Sneks, I believe, started game 1 with the lead. And of course would go on to lose by 2 goals. Thank you very much, Patzer, for the follow. Out in the field. Danny Boss swinging around the corner, can't quite get to it. Vexy Lad gets tied up. Gets caught in no man's land. Didn't know what to do, how to address it. Maintains possession, keeping it on the orange side of the field. Here comes Drang. Dribbling, can't get it past Vexy. James is driving down the field. 0 boost, goes for the fake. Danny not falling for it, up on the wall. Floats it to the other side. As player James gets possession. Crossing the blue goal. No one ready to shoot. Crossing the blue goal once more. Player James was up there. Didn't want to let it go by this time without addressing it some form or fashion. Crossing the orange net. Vexy Lad is there to save. Going the other way. It's a foot race. Danny Boss is in good position. He's got to get back to the net and he cannot. He needed, well, I don't know if he needed, but he went for the boost. Missed the boost. Thought he'd have time. And alas, he did not. And we are tied 1-1 yet again. And again, I say, Tony's Tigers, this is similar fashion for them. They went down a goal in game 1 and scored, I believe it was 3 unanswered perhaps. And we'll see if history's on their side. Danny Boss with a great backflip, great pass. Vexy Lad not quite there, but comes in late, gets a fantastic center, and Danny Boy knows what to do from there.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
And Patzer says that is not the Danny I had in game one. But here's the thing is, sometimes players can hold on. That's goal number 2 for Tony's Tigers. But as I was saying, sometimes players get really thrown off depending on who they're matched up with, who they're matched up against. And that's why chemistry means so much. Not to say that's the case for Patzer and Danny, but I have noticed that during my time of casting, these substitute players can really change the complexion of a series. Drain getting up again. Half a dunk, wins the 50. Player James nicks it in at the end of the play. Great follow-up by him.
That was legitness.
And Tony's Tigers now have the lead, first lead of game 1 for them. Looking to tack on one more off the crossbar, and Dring cleans it up. Player James with a fantastic touch on the pass. Teammate is not going to squander that, and that is just how quickly your fortunes can change on a Rocket League field. Kickoff goes to blue end.
Why would you kill him like that?
Vexy Lad loses the ball. Drain gets up. He could pass. He could shoot. Goes for the shot. And follows up. Now a 3-goal lead for Tony's Tigers. And we'll see how the Sneks respond. Still time for a comeback here in game 2. It's the likelihood is just, you know, on the fence. However, there is a combination they have not tried, and that would be Vexy Lad and Patzer. And Vexy Lad was not available in game 1, comes in for game 2, and has had his moments of brilliance, including this. Goal number 3 for the Sneks. Just in time. Very comfortable comeback situation. Under 2 minutes. 2 goals to go. Very manageable in a 2v2 situation. Player James crashes in. Vexy Lad driving down the field. Gets spun out a little bit and now demoed. .50 goes up. Floating to the orange side of the field. Vexy Lad is up. That boy got pops.
Oh yeah, banana bread, bro!
Great mid-air adjustment. Launches from the sky. Sneks now down by 1. Tony's Tigers gonna try to hang on here. This one goes straight to Vexy. Staying with it. Misses the boost. Still has plenty in the tank. Tried to go for the catch. I'm not sure what happened. Looks like he misjudged it. This is usually a mistake. Maybe lag. But usually a mistake you see when a player switches cars, switches hitboxes, and they're kind of used to a certain height. Obviously he has the octane. And what a touch there from Danny and Vexy. My goodness. And Vex does confirm that it was lag. And they clean up, they make up for the mistake, and they are down by 1 again, but the clock has been ticking this entire time. This is trouble. Danny with the save. And the infield pass. Danny sends it back. Some friendly fire there from Orange. Vexy gets touch on the back wall. More friendly fire. Another double commit. Another miscue. Rolls it to the corner. Danny comes up empty with the ball. Ticking down to half a minute to go. Calculated backflip in midfield. Here comes Vexy. Never telling how many more possessions you'll have this late in the game. Under 20 seconds now. Good pressure from Sneks, but they need a goal. Good 50. Advantage player James Danny trying to get to it. Running out of time. Let's see what Vexy has for us. And he'll miss jump. Miss touch. Ball's still alive. Danny has boost to spare. Vexy misjudged it off the wall. Tony's Tigers keep on rolling. Mom's friend says they're sneaky with the comeback and couldn't quite finish it. As the Sneks, with 2 straight losses, may look to reevaluate their starting roster, but it looks like they'll go ahead with the same personnel. Patzer will stay in the chat with us. Buddy System, appreciate the sub. A little late. Yeah, better late than never, always. I have a few people that just always catch the end of all my casts. Hashtag fashionably late. Yeah, there you go, buddy. So here we are, game number 3. And these have been some close affairs, but as you see there, Tony's Tigers have just been on the benefiting side of plays like these. You see the 50. Drang taking advantage. Tony's Tigers back in the driver's seat. This is new air, though. Tony's Tigers haven't started a game with the lead, and I'm not sure that bodes very well for the sneaky Sneks, but we'll see this play out as we saw at the end of game 2. They're not going to give up. They have a lot of fight in them. Vexy goes for another dangerous catch. Room to work with. Drang, don't say it ain't so. For all intents and purposes, that probably should have been a Sneks goal, but Drang keeps his head on a swivel, recovers beautifully, quickly, and puts in goal number 2. Here's Danny off the wall. Never quite got to the undercarriage, to the flip reset. Good carry though. Pinch out to midfield. Player James trying to race back. Looks calm. Wrestles it against the back wall. Bang out to the wall. Danny cuts it off. Loses possession momentarily, and it's going the other way. Vexy's there. And Mom's friend possibly trying to make up for lost time as far as it goes with watching my streams. Good to have you back in the chat. Yeah, please, please. What up, Icarus? I think the official stance of the chat is better late than never. Good pass. Danny can't complete it. There was a defender there disrupting the play as we tick down to 3 minutes.
Yeah, but that backflip though.
Hold on, another 50 and another Drang goal perhaps, and it is the hat trick for him. 3 shots, 3 goals.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
And Tony's Tigers look like they're ready for the sweep in week 2. Plenty of time left in this one, so they have to keep their cool. They have to keep their wits about them. Vexy Lad gets up, no touch there. A lot of trouble, a lot of commotion there. Player James is able to slide in. Drang chops it up the field. Vexy crosses his own net. A little dangerous, but he had the speed to pull it off. And a demo.
That's assault, brother.
He shouldn't have been standing there.
Player James lays on another demo. Vexy lets it sputter off the front end of his car. Danny with a good touch off the wall, but had to deal with the Tigers on the way to the net. Danny getting back. He gets dunked. Drang just red hot in this game 3. Player James getting bullied by Vexy on the blue side of the field, and Sneks not able to generate much offense here. You see them starting to bump each other, starting to double commit, and that's likely due just from the situation that they're in. They understand the circumstances. They know they're in desperation mode, and that's where you can see players start to play outside of themselves. Danny with the good pinch, gets some breathing room there, falls to the corner, coming back in. Vexy needs to address this one, sends it back. This might be goal number 4, and it is. Player James finishes it up.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
Ojo a Cristiano, Cristiano del área, sigue Cristiano. ¡Gol!
4-0. Not only is it looking like a sweep, but it is looking like a statement on the end of it as well. Vexy lets it off his octane a little too far. Drang goes up. He has ideas for goal number 5, and he gets denied. Shot. Save. Danny and Drang get tied up. No touch. Midfield. Drang looking to read. Gets faked, and Danny's just gonna muscle it in there. 1-4. They will not get shut out.
Jeepers, mister, you're really strong.
Great effort by Danny. Perhaps a little too late. 28 seconds to go here. Vexy to the back corner. Player James gets dunked. Oh, Danny Boss trying to make things interesting here. Maybe a second goal. Vexy just a little too close to the play there. Passes it down to Danny. 12 seconds remaining.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Let's see here. This kickoff will be everything. You see the crowd counting down. Under 10 seconds. Vexy, one more. Looks like a good floater. Crossbar. And it is out. And that is how it ends. Ball is in the snow. Tony's Tigers advance to 2-0. GG's all around. And Patzer's going to... Thank God for Danny's existence. But GG's for sure. And player James says that with the late game, he's just gonna head to bed. He's gonna head to bed. I offered him the interview, but it is a relatively late one on the East Coast, about 9:30 there. So I understand we all have lives. So let me see here. We are left with the hell of amount of time. Mom's friend, are you on? Are you booted up? And here is our next matchup, kicking off at the top of the hour, about 32 minutes. You see here, Immolation Mafia. I wanted to say Immortal so bad. Versus Forsaken Gods. It's going to be Tier 1, Div 3, 3v3. Vex, I'll interview if you want. I'm up for that. I'm up for that. Let me see here. Hold on, Vex. I'm gonna whisper you my
just different.
Okay, I whispered Vex my Discord. We'll see if we can get an interview. We got time for a bunch of stuff actually. But a tough loss, like we talked about earlier. Both teams came in undefeated, 1-0. You know, it's not nothing, and it didn't seem to be the Sneks' day. Or Vex, you can send me your Discord, or Patzer, you can connect us if you don't mind. But yeah, I'm more than happy to talk to Vex and get his thoughts on things. Okay, there's Vex. All right, just a few moments here.
Hello.
Hello, hold on here. Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you great. Hold on here. All right, man. Tough loss. 1-1 now. So the world isn't ending. But tell me what you were seeing out there this series. I know you're talking about some technical difficulties.
Yeah, game 2 and 3 for me. My frame rate kept dropping, but there's no excuse. We
Yeah.
still got trashed. So we knew coming into this game that they were a high power offense. We needed to stop that. We came out, we didn't. We played flat. Honestly, I thought we were too cocky, but we're gonna work on that in practice, go over some replay, and probably hit hard next time, week 3. You'll see us back. You'll see us in the playoffs for sure.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah,
I'm not worried.
Right. That's why we like the season format and the regular season, because it's all just learning. So you said you guys may have came in a little overconfident. Did you see film on Tony's Tigers, or were you guys just pleased with how things ended up for you in week 1, or where do you think that came from?
Well, week 1 wasn't casted, so a quick rundown for week 1. We destroyed them. We came out. We came out. We like absolutely took their lunch and handed it back to them.
Okay.
Like, I think it was 3-1, 2-1, and 4-1. Like.
Okay, so very easy.
Easy win. So we kind of carried that mentality that no one's gonna beat us. We cannot fall.
Right.
Like, we're not gonna fall to a team. So then we came out flat, and that's what happens. But anyone can beat anybody is the moral of the story here.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it a lot. I've seen a lot of, well, not a lot, but I have seen captains with a lot of hubris on these. I had a captain make a bet with me that they wouldn't lose a game for the entire season, not just a series, but they wouldn't lose a game. He got kind of close. Yeah, they got kind of close, but they did end up losing.
Did they go 6-0 in like match play?
No, I think they got to semifinals.
Damn.
And then they lost. I think they still ended up in the finals, but they dropped a few games in semis. It just gets hard. It gets progressively harder. How long have you guys been in IGL?
Well, this is my first year, coming onto the scene. Pat kind of took me under his wing, showed me the way. I joined this team like a month ago. That's why it's version 2. Sneaky Sneks. Watch out. But
how did you guys meet?
We definitely it was through the IGL Discord.
Okay.
He posted out a post, I joined, I won a spot in the tryout, and now we're here. So yeah, pretty much. That's how the story went.
Yeah, it wasn't all bad for you guys. There was some close ones, some close games. So you start on the bench though. How much goes into that decision? And
our warm-up process, we warm up a bunch of twos, then whoever has the best chemistry, so to speak, we start. But since I started all last series, I was dominating because we just gotta mention that. But but Pat thought it would be a good idea to start him and what's his name, Danny.
Yeah.
First because he wanted to get some time, which is fair enough. Like, fair.
Right.
So then once we lost game 1, we talked about it. We made an adjustment. We put me in with Danny because that's our winning. That's when we won game 1 and 2 with on game series 1.
Right.
With the other team. So we thought that would work, and we just kept getting to a shootout. Like, once we get into a shootout, we literally talked pre-game like an hour before. We had like a meeting, like a straight meeting, and we go, we cannot get into a shootout with this team because we will lose in a shootout. And what happened? We lost in a shootout.
Yeah. You guys were able to jump out to leads a few times after you subbed in, but yeah, just like you're saying, you guys weren't able to keep up the pace they had. And even coming into this game, as successful as you guys were in week 1, as easy as it was, Tony's Tigers were still averaging almost 4.5 goals a game themselves. So it seems like they had a comparable week 1 themselves. So yeah, just a high power team.
So we looked at the stats. We did some stat running. Their goal differential was only 2. So we was like, okay, let's play our offense and let's absolutely destroy them.
Right.
Then we have to play our defense, right?
Right.
We held up one end of the bargain. We can't help other. it's kind of like a 50-50 scenario. If you don't hold up the other 50, it's just gonna fall on that side. It's like kind of like a seesaw type thing.
Right. And Patzer's, well, obviously he's muted here in the VC, but in the chat he says you're gonna steal his captain spot.
But I'm a team guy. Like I honestly, I'm not trying to put too much like the blame on like Pat or Danny or something like that. But like it was a bad effort. The comms weren't really flowing. Like pretty much all around bad. But let's be honest, it's a one-off thing for us. We're gonna come back stronger. We're gonna come back harder. We might lose next week, but it's all about a learning process.
For
at
sure.
the end of the day.
For sure.
It's all a learning process.
Right. And that's, I kind of have to agree with Pat about just trying a different combination, maybe something you guys don't have the most confidence in, or something you just want to get more reps. Because if you play it right, by the end of week 6 before playoffs, you'll know, without a shadow of a doubt, what the best combination is and how to play it from there. So yeah, there's lessons to be learned, obviously. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's pretty much all we had. But
yeah.
Can I have a question for you?
Please.
So, what's the record? Like, how does playoffs work? That's my question, because we need to figure out if we can still make it.
Oh, it's all division based. So
is it just division playoffs?
Yeah. So the tiers are broken down in divisions, obviously. So I see it season in, season out. Some divisions are more competitive than others. What I will say on average is that 3-3 can make it, especially if you're in one of those like I was mentioning, those
lower divisions.
Not necessarily lower, but just more even. I'll say, just like a lot of rock, paper, scissors. Like this team will beat that team, but that team will beat this other team, and so the records just end up a lot more even. So if it's something like that, 3-3 making it is not unheard of. I've seen losing records make playoffs. It really just depends on your division. You'll have a better idea the closer you get.
How many teams make it per
should be
division?
16. Should be the top 16.
Should be 6. All right. Well.
Yeah. So 1-1. You guys went out. You could drop 2. You could drop 3. Even obviously, not ideal. But as far as making the playoffs, you'll see. They give the breakdown. I don't know if it's a paid feature on the website, but you can go find your division, and it'll give you a weekly ranking. It'll have everyone in seeding order. So leading up, like I said, week 5 and 6, it'll be a pretty clear picture, and you can even start, running some numbers and getting the playoff situations yourself.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, Pat says it's free. Yeah, I think it's the stats. Like I'm a stats junkie, so I
we're gonna get the Vegas over under odds going over here on IGL.
Yeah. Like if you pay, and I don't know if it still works that way, but if you pay, you get like every player's individual stats, all the team stats, and I just love I love stuff like that. So I had to pony up for it. But
yeah.
But yeah, good talking with you. Tough loss. A sweep, but it seems like you guys have a good mentality about it. So good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. One thing I finally want to say is
yes,
IGL, you better watch out. Sneaky Snakes, we're gonna sneak into that finale, baby. Let's go. Thank you so much. You'll definitely be hearing from me when I'm holding up that trophy. I'm kidding. I'm not.
It could happen.
I'm gonna win that. I'm kidding, but I don't know. My stat line's 2 goals flat, 2 saves and 0.8 assists. Is that up top? Something like that.
Oh, I don't have them in front of me. No, I'm sorry.
No, they're on your screen. I just can't read the words.
Oh yeah, it's 2-2. Yeah, two goals per game, 2 saves, and looks like 0.8 assists. Yeah. So
Call
some numbers.
give me the MVP.
All right, man. Later. Good luck.
All right. We'll be in touch.
Peace.
All right. Peace.
All right. That was Vexy Lad What's Woda talking about? I'm too late. The ball's on the typical Pats fan. Oh, is that what it is? I knew. I should have guessed. I should have guessed. Woda, what do you think you're too late for? And did you win yesterday? Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Didn't have to expose. All right, hold on. Let's go back to the next matchup. Yeah, we did. You won again? What was the series at? Won by 1 goal in game 5. Damn. Why were you guys playing on a Monday anyway? I don't think I've ever seen you guys do that.